Rohan!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the corner. And we're back on our home, Transformers the Show. Thank you very much for having us, gentlemen. And this week is episode 99, celebrating 99 amazingly funny episodes of the show. And I thought, well, this milestone anniversary calls for some celebration. So how should we celebrate? Should we talk about Beast Machines, because that came out in 1999, or should we talk about all the things that are celebrating their anniversaries in 2021? Things like the 35th anniversary of the Generation 1 movie, which has obviously been celebrated by the SS86 line, and obviously the re-release of the 4K film version. Or should we talk about something like the 25th anniversary of Beast Wars, which has led to the toys coming back on the shelves, and obviously the introduction of Beast Wars characters into the Kingdom line, as well as the upcoming Rise of the Beast film, which has been delayed till 2023. Or what about the 10th anniversary of Transformers Prime? What a big milestone that is. And how quickly that has crept up on all of us. Who would believe that was 10 years ago we were watching Prime? Still a cracking show, still a decent toy line. But for the 99th episode, I thought, well, next week is the 100th episode, and we should definitely focus on something which is celebrating our big anniversary this year. So I racked my brains, and all the ones that we've mentioned above have already been talked about loads of times. But what about the forgotten anniversaries? What about those ones which people have just glazed over? And one of the big ones for me in 2021 is RID, Transformers Car Robots, as it was known in Japan, launched there in 2000, but first aired in the USA and the UK in 2001. And it's pretty much gone unnoticed. Nobody's mentioned it. There haven't been a plethora of toys coming out to celebrate it. And we haven't really had any media information about it either. And that's very sad for me, because I really enjoyed the 2001 RID series. It brought me back into Transformers at that stage, having been out in the cold during the Beast era, having not really enjoyed that during the actual launch of that in the time. And it gave us pretty much everything. You know, we had Beasts in the Predacons, we had Autobots who were going back into their sort of traditional alternate modes with cars and trucks and the such like, and trains were introduced, which was pretty cool. We had Fortress Maximus, I mean, come on. And it was our first introduction to the Japanese style of animation for those of us who didn't get a chance to see Headmasters, Master Force and Victory. And it was pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you would agree with me and say that this was your avenue back into Transformers in the early 2000s. So that's an important one. How about the 35th anniversary of the GoBots movie Rock Lords? Who didn't like Rock Lords? Okay, I jest. Who did like Rock Lords?
The movie is almost here. GoBots, Battle of the Rock Lords.
Yes, Orange!
Soon, on the big screen, you will meet Heroic Boulder, Evil Magma, the Gnarlies, and a cast of fantastic new Rock Lords.
This is one battle I do not intend to lose.
GoBots, Battle of the Rock Lords, the movie. From Clubhouse Pictures, rated G.
It was okay. It was a film about rocks that turned into robots? Well, cyborgs, I suppose, because the GoBots are cyborgs. But yes, rocks. And some dinosaurs. But ultimately it's watchable, it's entertaining, and it was also the nail in the coffin for GoBots. They pretty much did not survive after that. Oh well. And then what about the most important anniversary milestone of all? The one that nobody has talked about, the one that's been on my mind all year, that I've been just pleading and hoping someone will come and talk about. And it is, of course, the anniversary, the 30th anniversary of the brilliant video game Lotus 2 Turbo Challenge that came out on the Amiga. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the little video that's popped up right here. This game was epic. I remember playing it with my cousins. I must have been all of 6 or 7 years of age, maybe a little bit older, and we absolutely loved Lotus 1 with the gimmicks of getting the fuel and jumping over the logs and all of that sort of good stuff. And Lotus 2 had the best theme song ever, and it had a great OST as well. So yeah, has to be celebrated. And I know this is a Transformers show, but sue me. And it's not just about the anniversary of the game. What about crossovers? I mean, we've had some classic crossovers from Hasbro over the last few years. Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, X-Men, and now Jurassic Park. But why can't we have a Lotus crossover? Who wouldn't love to see the classic Lotus cars transforming into robots? And even more so, if you could make it a triple changer, turn it into the Bond-themed one that went underwater as well. Okay, it might look a little bit like the Mask Venom car that used to do pretty much the same thing. I think it was called Mantis, but hey ho, I don't care. It would be great. So, what is your favourite milestone anniversary for 2021? How do you wish to celebrate it? And at the same time, what about episode 100? What would you like to see? There's going to be something special, I promise you. Catch you next week, and I will see you all there. For another week, I've been Rohan on Rohan's Corner. Back to the studio.
Don't worry. I'll be back, my dear little Trindles. I promise you that.
Hey boys, we've been rumbled. Well, let's bounce.